Hi Bridges families, this next video is going to be about how to practice counting out from a larger set with your learner. So this is a math goal for a lot of our students, especially those who already are really good at counting with one-to-one correspondence, which is another video you can check to practice that skill with your learner. But if your learner has in their lesson plans that they're working on counting from a larger set, this is what it's going to look like. You're going to make sure that you have a set of materials to count. Maybe it's some blocks, or maybe another toy. You're going to want to make sure that they're small, they're pretty uniform, easy to count, and maybe not the most preferred toy. Sometimes when we work with students and we're doing something that they see as academic or maybe not the most preferred activity, if you use a preferred toy like their Legos or their dolls that they're in the middle of playing with, some kids might really like that and find it motivating. For other children, it might be triggering and cause behavior. So for those kids, you're going to want to make sure that you're using a material that's either less preferred or just neutral, just for work as they learn and practice that skill. So for counting from a larger set, you're going to want to have a handful of materials. I usually tell parents to start with around 10-ish, especially if they're working with the numbers under 10. And then you're going to want to check on your students' lesson plans exactly what numbers your student is still practicing. So making sure that you're working on the right set of numbers. Say I'm working with a learner and they are working on counting out from a larger set, numbers 1 through 5. That means sometimes I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to test them on all those numbers, maybe not back to back, maybe just sporadically throughout the day. So what it looks like to count from a larger set, I'm going to tell them, all right, give me 1 or count out 1. They're going to come over here, take 1 block, and then they're going to stop so that they know this is 1. Maybe I'm saying, all right, time to count out 3. 1, 2, 3, and they pull those 3 blocks out on their own. The thing that is very tricky about counting from a larger set is that that student needs to know when to stop. Sometimes there's a student who forgets when to stop. So this is where I'm going to come in and prompt. Maybe I say, count out 4, and the student goes. If they go back again, I'm going to prompt them, block their hand and say, wow, you counted out 4. And I might even demo with them, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's counting out 4. So we want to teach them when to stop. This can be a really tricky one. So sometimes what I might do with my students is model. So maybe the way to do an error correction for this one, maybe that student, I said count 4 and they tried to get 5. I'm going to say, all right, my turn, watch me. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how we count 4. Your turn. And then I'm going to come in and give them more of a prompt. So as soon as they get to 4, I'm going to block them and say, wow, great job. That's counting 4. All done. We counted 4. So giving your child those opportunities to practice and then also teaching them the right answer, because sometimes our learners forget to stop, and that's the skill that we're really working on here.